Ranjita, back to your grassroots.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now it's been almost 7 years since you passed out.
Yes.
So can you take us through your professional career and and how can you link it to what you learned at NDIM? How that helped you?
Sure. So I already had 2 years of experience prior to joining NDIM, but after I was here for 2 years during my MBA session, there is a lot more that NDIM has added to my skill set. PPTs might sound very boring, but honestly, it has helped me, make amazing presentations during my marketing budget meets, or my strategy and communication meets, or when I have to do a presentation with the GM, or when I have to present something to the media. That's just one skill set. The other thing is, with learning how to deal with your bosses and your subordinates. So superior and subordinate management of both the parties. How you have to communicate with the other departments and with clients or guests outside. How to be not impulsive, how to manage the best of everything, how to stay calm when you are under tremendous pressure.
Sure.
All that was actually taught by my professors. When I was in my initial 2 years of, the first 2 years of my job, which was also in hospitality, I think I was very brash, and I was just out of college. So I took a lot of wrong decisions. I was very impulsive. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. But when you actually study for 2 years, you're not only interning for 2-3 months in between in a different corporate, you're also getting guest lecturers who are themselves ex-corporates, ex-head honchos,
Sure.
and people who've done it, in their respective organizations. They share their experiences with you, and they tell you how. What are the do's and don'ts, which probably no one told us before. When you're just out of college and you get into an organization, no one's hand-holding you, there.
Correct.
You need a kind of support and a moral support who would tell you, listen, it's okay to make mistakes, but in this situation, this is what you should do. And in that situation, this is what you should do. And this is not what you should do. And I think these guest lecturers that we had here, also was of immense help. That helped me a lot take a lot of my decisions during tough times, I would say, and in times where sometimes I wanted to just resign and go, but then I calmed myself down and I said, what should I have ideally done in this situation? Let me calm down and let me first think, what is it that I was told? What is it that I was advised? This is what I was advised, and I should not take any decision in haste. So they mold you. I think the institute molds you. It helps you not only grow as a person, but also tackle all the corporate problems and all the issues that you face in your daily corporate life or in your organization.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we are glad, Ranjita, that whatever you learned here at NDIM helped you to achieve what you have achieved in such a short period of time.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So so you've seen in your team you might have seen people from other institutes.
Yeah.
Could you highlight some of the unique features of NDIM?
So I think it's also a generation thing. I feel that every student who passes out this year has some ideas, and anyone who passes next year has another idea. And honestly, it's the same with the other institutes. But now that I feel the great institute, I'm not naming any of them, but there's also a sense of overconfidence in a lot of students who come from some of the A-lister or the A-list MBA or B schools and or institutes of that cadre. But I think the students or all the students or ex-alumni who I have dealt with or who I've met from NDIM, I know one thing is that they've all been very humble. They've always maintained their humility. And that doesn't mean that they're ignorant or less savant than the others, but they have only utilized their forte or their intelligence or their skill set when it's required. and not boasted about it. And I think all of them, where they've reached today, speaks for that. Speaks for them.
No, no.
So I think that was one big differentiator, that even though we're from NDIM and we're not any other IIM, but it doesn't make us a smaller institute or an alumni from a better or a non-par institute, but it's the kind of education system and it's the kind of values that we've been instilled by our professors, and the environment that we got is what has made us more humble. And I think, and we're not overwhelming anyone and not trying to put anyone else down, but instead saying, look, we can also do this, and this is what we know and this is what we have to offer, but not brag about it, I think. Yeah.
So very good thoughts which you have, and so you had the opportunity to maybe interact with few of the students who are currently doing their MBA.
Yes.
So I mean, what would you have to say some words of your advice to them?
Yes, I said this, sir, before as well, and now I'm saying again that the millennials are a really tough generation. They have a lot of the pros is that the good part is that they've got a lot of fresh ideas. They have everything on their fingertips. They're socially so active. They have a lot of fresh ideas. But the thing is, they're very impulsive and they're very impatient. So they want everything now, because this is a generation where they've gotten everything at the click of a button.
Instant.
Yeah, you order online, you go to a restaurant, you pay online, or you transfer things online. Take a selfie, don't like it, delete, take another one. But they're very impulsive and they're very, they're very impatient. I think what they need to do is, they're already great, they're already well learned, they're already learning from a great institute. Now it's just that they need to focus more on tapping their energies and focusing on the positivity that they have, and not get bogged down by surroundings or external forces. Don't get impulsive, don't get impatient, don't get put down by what other people say, don't get aggressive. It's all right. I mean, people will try and pull you down, but you stay calm and focus on your goal, and that's it. I mean, don't derail from your path of success. Yeah.
I think very sound advice to
Yes.
the current generation.
Thank you so much.
And but just one last question, that let's say today if one has to select a B school, what are those parameters which are very important
Right.
for selection?
So I think not many. Honestly, first is do a background check on how long has that institute been there, creating amazing students who have gone and achieved success in the corporate world. Do a ref check. Get in touch with all these alumni. Ask them for feedback. They will give you the best picture,
Sure.
because once you're out of a college, no one can stop you from saying good or bad. It's all going to be personal opinion from the alumni. And I think that's one thing that they should look at. And second, they should not look at a brand name only, but try and understand the kind of companies who visited, where are the alumni now, where are the students, where are they standing now at this point. Please evaluate that and the kind of companies that have been coming. Also, please understand what are the kind of professors, their background. Who is it? Who are these professors? How long have they put? I mean, please find out. These guys have put in their heart and soul for these students, and I know that they've done it here. So that is very important, because I'll give you my example. I was a marketing major with international business, but when I got selected in ING, I sat in finance classes and did extra, and the professor accommodated me. He said it's all right. He was a visiting faculty, and he said, it's all right, Ranjita, if you want to learn. I'm absolutely fine. He gave me extra time when I couldn't understand, because sometimes I couldn't keep up with the finance students. But these things are what matters, because ultimately it's the vocation. You want to get somewhere in life and you want to get into an organization of your choice or in a department of your choice, then you need such steps to actually get there. So please evaluate these things and do your homework properly before you choose an institute. Don't just go by flashy names. And just because your friend is going there, and because my whole circle of family has been going there, no. That please understand, every organization or every institute might change. some might get better, some might degrade as well. So
Sure.
please, every year you need to find out if is it still relevant, is it still worth it or not.
Yeah, you're very right. The testimonials are most important.
Very important, sir.
And
Testimonials.
I'm sure what you have said would help the aspiring MBA students to select the best institute for themselves.
Thank you, sir.
And we are very happy that you came back to your college today, and we wish to see more of you.
Absolutely, sir. The pleasure is all mine.
Thank
I'd
you
love
so
to
much.
come back soon.
Thank you so much.